कुंज विहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरदारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी श्री राधा मदन मोहन की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलसुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्रील प्रभुपाद की समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की कलियुग पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की भद्र पूर्णिमा महामहोत्सव की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमः। Hare Krishna. You have a mic with you? Anybody?
There is no literature throughout the universe like...
Heidi?
What is Srimad Bhagavatam? There is no literature throughout the universe like Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no comparison. There is no competition. Every word is for the good of human society. Somehow or other, if a book goes in someone's hand, he will be benefited. Therefore, we are stressing so much. Please distribute books. Distribute books. Distribute books. Srila Prabhupada.
So all of you devotees, in your young age, you have become very blessed to be a recipient of the training program based on the Srimad Bhagavatam. So how is it different, this Bhagavatam learning from other literatures? I will tell you now. Okay. In the Srimad Bhagavatam itself, it is said that all the Vedas are compared to a Nigama Kalpataru, it is said. Why the Vedas are called the Kalpataru? Taru means tree. Kalpataru means tree, desire tree. What is the desire tree? Desire tree is a tree where you go and ask for something, it can provide you. For example, Prabhupada says in the material world, if you go to a banana tree and ask, please give banana, it can give you banana. If you ask for a mango, it will give you a banana only. Again, it will give you one more banana, it will give you. Because the material world trees are not that much conscious, Prabhupada says. They keep giving you the same thing. You tell a person, Prabhuji, gulab jamun, and he gives dal only. Because he can only give you dal. He's got only dal. So in the material world, the plants, every tree has limitation of giving only one fruit. Whereas in spiritual world, the trees can, kalpataru trees, any fruit you ask, that fruit it can provide you. If it's a mango, it can give you mango. Can give you pineapple, it can give you pineapple. Like that. The spiritual world. Not only it can give you fruits, it can give you flowers also. If you want a garland to offer to Krishna, garland, you say, it can give you garland. So the desire trees in the spiritual world can provide you anything you want. Prabhupada says that. So the Vedas are called as desire tree. Can anybody say why? Why Vedas are called as desire tree? Because, where is the mic?
Because Vedas has rules and formulas through which we can fulfill all our desires, like worship of different demigods through which we can.
Actually, anything you want, like you want material or you want spiritual, all kinds of things can be obtained if one knows the rules and regulations given in Vedas. Like you want good health, go to Surya Deva, correct? No? If you want good education, go to Saraswati. And then you do this pujas, isn't it? You want to remove obstacles, go to Ganesha. You do this puja, you will get. So the Vedas are giving you, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a series of verses given about devatas, different devatas. And one can go to devata for this and that. It is coming in the one of the verses, with a big verse it is. It will take time to show that. So Vedas can provide you, like you have these 4 Vedas, no? Rigved, Samved, Yajurved and Atharva Veda. In the part of Atharva Veda also talks about many mundane things also. Mundane things means like, for example, Ayurveda is a part of Atharva Veda. Talks about metallurgy also, it talks about. It talks about Vastu Shastra. Vedas also talk about Patanjali Yoga Sutra, for example. Yoga Sutras help body also, to keep your body healthy, to keep your mind healthy by pranayam. So Vedas actually talk about both mundane and spiritual. They talk about both. So anybody wants any kind of well-being, you can go to Vedas. Like for example, there is in English, there's a word called holistic. Anybody knows what is holistic? Holistic. Holistic. What is the meaning of that? Yeah? What is the meaning of the word holistic? Holistic means body, mind, soul, well-being. All 3. But modern day material science thinks mostly about body and mind. Correct, no? Mostly about body. They think how to go to college, earn a degree, get a job, fetch money, eat, drink and be merry and die. That is what it's teaching you. It's mostly about how to, money and sense gratification. That's the goal of modern day education. Correct, no? Whereas if you go for yoga studios and all, there they teach you for body and mind, how to calm your mind by pranayam. And some people are looking for some meditation to calm the raging mind, and because problems created by mind. Mind creates depression, body creates disease. So for disease, you go to doctor. For mind, you go to psychiatrist, isn't it? But for the soul, people are hardly giving any knowledge. But Vedas give knowledge primarily for the soul. But it also gives for body and mind also. The Vedas actually give a ultimate meaning and purpose of life for the human beings. Like we say, Atato, what jigyasa? Brahma jigyasa. What is absolute truth? Who am I? Where did I come from? Where I should go? And all that. Now, what is the comparison of Vedas and Srimad Bhagavatam? See, Vedas are compared to Nigama Kalpataru. It's a tree. In that tree, there are barks of the tree. There are branches in the tree, there are leaves in the tree, flowers in the tree, kacha fruit in the tree, and pakka fruit in the tree. The Bhagavatam is called the pakka fruit. Upanishads are like the kacha fruit. Why? Because Upanishads, you'll go to sleep if you hear some of the Upanishad. Lot of discussion, volumes of pages. Sometimes there are 300-400 pages talking only one thing. How you are not the body, you are the soul. That's the whole talk is about that. So let us see why they talk about it like that. Vedic follower in the beginning, his mind is oriented towards enjoyment. So the only thing is a Vedic enjoyer versus a atheistic sense gratifier. There is a big difference between the two. Most people nowadays are what kind of people? Are they Vedic enjoyers or atheistic sense gratifiers? Atheistic. So atheistic sense gratifiers go to hell. But the Vedic enjoyers can enjoy the same things, but through the Vedas. You understand, no? Like for example, one child is stealing money from home and buying a mithai and eating. Another child seeks permission from mother, father, and through their help he eats mithai. So who eats mithai? Both. But one without permission, one with permission. So one without permission is punished. He's a thief. But one with permission is granted permission. So therefore the Vedic people feel, hey, if we can enjoy through God with His permission, so why not, go to Karmakanda sacrifices? So in Karmakanda sacrifices, so can any of you say, for example, somebody is enjoying without God, somebody is enjoying by doing sacrifices. Is it the same or is it different? If you say it is different, but then what is the difference? What difference is it going to make? Like you are enjoying, you're stealing money and buying some mithai and eating, but your mother tells you that you should eat with my permission. Then she is arranging for you to buy a sweet and eat. What's the difference? Is there a difference or no difference? When you are nodding head, no difference they are saying. Yeah, what is the difference? Yes? Authority. Okay, on the authority you are eating sweet. Okay, that's one thing. Anything else? Pramod Prabhu, yeah. He says the Vedas give some elevation program beyond sense gratification also, he says. But at the moment, if you see, both are gratifying senses. One is gratifying senses without permission, one is doing with permission. Elevation may come later. Yes.
At least they are not independently doing.
He's saying at least they are not independently doing, he is saying. Okay. They are doing with permission, yes.
It is wrong, it is not good for us, they will stop at that time.
That is the point. One plus one. Because when you are going to enjoy through the permission of parents, they will not allow any sense gratification you want. For example, a modern day boy, an atheistic man, may enjoy with any woman, anytime, without restriction. And he glides down to hell. Whereas the Vedic life says, you have a desire to enjoy, you have to marry. Vivaha yajna should be done. And once you are married to a woman, then other women, you have to see them as mothers. So that means, as soon as you go through the Vedas for enjoying, there is a sanctioning program is there. Without the sanction, you cannot enjoy anything you want. That's the main point. That means the great gratification given in the Vedas is actually not like the atheistic program. Atheistic program, person may do anything he wants. Whereas Vedas, you can enjoy, but in a certain way. For example, food, you want to enjoy. This is the kind of food you can eat. Correct, no? Like we say, you eat vegetarian food offered to Krishna and sanctified. So the Vedas give a program for Sattva Guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna for all people. Even if you want to eat meat also, then one has to offer to Durga and take it, and then Durga or Shiva they offer, and then there is a program. You cannot eat daily. Only once in a month they can offer. But they also will get another body where they'll be killed also. They are ready for that also. That kind of program is there given. So the Vedic program teaches people for wrong things you will get punishment. And even if you want to enjoy a wrong thing also with sanction, only once in a month you can eat. And that is also restricted. So in the Vedic program, there is an enjoyment given along with restriction. Under the Vedic program, the enjoyment is given keeping in mind the future benefit of the individual. Whereas in atheistic enjoyment, there is neither future benefit nor restriction. Unrestricted enjoyment. How many of you clear now? You clear about that? Yeah. Now, for example, a mother says to boy, beta, if you go to school, I'll give you Cadbury. And the boy's mind is fixed on what? Cadbury. His going to school is not a very enjoyable thing for him. But because he will get Cadbury, therefore he goes to school. Similarly, most population you will see, they go to temple, they pray to God because they know that if I go to temple and pray to God, I am going to get my, demands fulfilled there. Therefore people go. People do rituals, rites, yajna, dana, tapa and all people do with that intention to get that sense gratification. But as the boy keeps going to school, slowly he develops taste in studies. And then when mother says that the taste has developed for going to school and study, Cadbury will stop. Huh? No more Cadbury. That's what he was telling, Pramod was telling, that there is a program made for further development when you go for the Karmakanda. So a Karmakanda person, what he does, he calls Brahmanas to his home, performs a yajna, Putra Kameshti yajna he will do, or for the, what do you call it, bountiful harvest. Sometimes there are no rains properly, so they pray for the rains so that in Kheti they can grow things and all. And also for benefit like that. And then eventually he sees that even if I get all these things, there is suffering in this world. The old people die. The family, there is sometimes financial crunch, sometimes quarrel and everything. The person gets fed up with life. And then the Brahmanas tell him that actually, in this world you live a very short life. If you go to heaven, you can live 10,000 years, 50,000 years, 1 lakh years you can live. If you go to that, Amritam is also available. If you drink Amrit, you can live even, 1 crore years or 2 crore years also you can live. Very long life. Then he thinks long life is better than a short life, he feels. And also with higher standards of enjoyment, fine food, fine dress, fine body. So he gets attracted by the prospect of having better life. So therefore, then he performs yajna, jyotishtam and other sacrifices to go to heaven. And he goes to heaven also. But heaven also, you find asuras come and attack there also. Correct, no? Sometimes asuras take over heaven and they drive out Indra also. Then one realizes in this world, wherever you go, there is always fear and problems. Then he calls Brahmins and says, is there a place where I can live peacefully with nobody troubling me? They say, for that you have to get moksha. They say, you have to get liberated. What I have to do? Go to the Upanishads. Study the Upanishads. Because Upanishads will say, Kena Upanishad. Kena Upanishad means whom? What is beyond? Who am I? So that's a very big analysis. I am not just body, I am not just mind, I am not just ahankar, I am different from all of it, I am a pure spirit soul. So to realize this, so you go from Karmakanda bush to Jnanakanda bush. People read a lot of literature because the bodily consciousness is very strong in this world. To get rid of it, the Upanishads give vimarshanam, analysis and understanding. All that. Sankhya means counting. Bhumina, Panala, Vayukam, Mano, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankar, and all those things, 8 elements. After that, Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha, 5 Jnanendriyas, then the 5 Karmendriyas, and then 5 sense objects. All that you study deeply, how they act and the interaction, what happens, how the interaction of sense and sense objects is producing suffering in this world. Nateshwaramate Buddha, Krishna says, how to withdraw myself from the sense gratification is the whole purpose of life, because you want to get moksha. You want to get liberated. From the negative axis, you want to go to 0, 0. So people spend hundreds of lifetimes in this analysis. So they do one thing called as Nididhyasan. Nididhyasan means, I'll just show you. See, they hear, they read the books with absorbing the mind and the meaning without reading hastily, isn't it? And then they do manana. You can see this. So they hear the secrets about life, they reflect upon it, gain intellectual conviction, and after hearing, then gradually they study the Upanishads, and then they come to the Shrutis like Vedantic knowledge, shown by the Guru in the mind of the Shishya. And then as they proceed, says here, you see, the finding out or the discovery of the true significance of the identity of individual self and the Supreme Universal Self, with the great sayings, is what is known as Shravana. That means your Shravana should clearly tell you who you are, who God is. If you don't come to that point, your Shravana is simply eyewash. The Shravana is mainly for knowing I am not the body, I am spirit, soul, and God's identity, your identity. To arrive at the possibility of its validity through logical reasoning is what is called Manana. Manana means, not only you heard it and knew it theoretically, but you understand its validity through logical reasoning. Then by Manana, the conviction develops. Yeah. And then Manana means thinking, reflection, meditation, all that you do. Nirantaram vicharo ya shrutartasya guror mukhat. From Guru's mukha, you hear the shrutis. And then nirantaram vicharo means constantly you have to keep thinking about it. I am not the body, I am the spirit soul. Then nididhyasanam proktam tachaicagriyena labhyate. And that is actually called as nididhyasana. And then he is saying in the... See here, first what are they meditating on? Nitya anitya vastu vivekam. The ability to correctly discriminate between what is nitya, what is anitya. What is temporary, what is permanent. And iha amutra phala bhoga adi viragam. Iha amutrartha phala bhoga viragam means what? The earthly pleasures and heavenly pleasures, if I get, that cannot give me happiness, I should develop viraga. Viraga means? Vairagya means? Vairagya? You don't know the word vairagya? What is that? Vairagya means detachment. You develop detachment, vairagya. Abhyasan vairagya, Krishna says, no? Vairagya means detachment from that. Actually, earlier in Karma Kanda, you are attached to earthly heavenly pleasures. Now in Jnana Marga, what you do? You develop detachment. Why are you developing detachment? You have the whole world to want to enjoy. Why you are developing detachment? Yeah? It's temporary, he is saying. What else? Actually, I am only seeing only Dhoti Kutta devotees are answering. All senior devotees are answering. Here, all your Mahajan, they are not answering. You see, these are all devotees who come from voice. There we all see, is it? Okay. See, our all leaders, PMs are answering. Our gentleman and our Pramod, they are all very intelligent people. Should we make some discrimination that they should not answer? Because this program is meant for Mahajan. That's what it is. Because those who answer are already thinking, and those who don't answer are tired probably. They don't have time to think also. So they should be given the time to think. Because the whole thing is about thinking only here. Isn't it? See, Iha Amutra, like Iha Amutra Bhoga Phala Adi Viragam is saying. You have to get detached from... Why will you develop detachment? That's what I'm asking you. This whole world is running after enjoyment. Why should you be detached, sir? I'm asking. Who can say it? Raise the answer. Why you should be detached? Yes.
Because attachment will lead to suffering.
That is the point. Give him an applause. That material attachment will lead to suffering. This is a realization of a jnani. If I am attached to... Like if I am a rat now, I see a pakoda hanging inside a rat trap. I am very attracted to it. I want to enjoy it, but I will not enjoy it. Why? If I go inside that box and pull it, I'll get trapped. And I am going to be punished. I'll be killed. So I will not do it. Correct, no? But in Karma Kanda, people, they don't have that realization. Karma Kanda realization is what? Here is enjoyment. I want to enjoy it. But I don't want to enjoy it in an atheistic way because severely I'll be punished. So I will enjoy it in a decent way. How? How will Karma Kandi enjoy in a decent way? Just now I told you a few minutes ago. Where is the mic? Give the mic to them. How is the Karma Kandi enjoying different from the atheistic people, outside people I'm asking?
Follow Vedas.
Follow the Vedas. Vedas teach you how to enjoy in a decent way, in a civilized way, as permitted by God. Correct, no? So, the lowest is atheism. Higher than it is karma kanda, where you enjoy in a permissible way, allowed way. Your sanction is given. Okay. You can do that. And then above that is the jnanis who don't want to enjoy, because he said that point. Because if you try to enjoy in this world, you will suffer. So they want to get rid of enjoyment. That's a better realization than realization of the karmakandis. Karmakandis actually repeatedly struggle hard for accumulating bhoga and aishwarya, and they enjoy and they get kicks life after life after life, and then they get frustrated. Then they become jnanis. When they become jnanis, they know that, oh, in this world, nothing can give us happiness. It's a place of suffering. I have to get moksha. Moksha means a brilliant light. Om. Meditate on Om. Aham Brahmasmi. You go there. The birth and death cycle is not there, and the soul is not trapped in multiple bodies. Correct, no? I go there and I can remain in peace. Just like you are running in a road, tar road, where there is a tar melting under your feet and you have no chappal also. On a hot sunny day, your foot impressions are coming on the road. Sometimes you have seen that, right? No? And then you are looking for some shelter. When you get a tree shelter, then you feel I'm better now. So everybody is looking for relief in this world. So punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, chatare shayanam, like that he says. When will I Iha samsare, kaludustare, kripaya pare, pahi murare, oh murare, please get me out of this world. This is burning world. Like that he says. That is moksha. So they meditate on this nitya anitya vastu vivekam, iha mutra, artha phala bhogadi viragam. And then samadhi shatka sampati means shama, they control the mind. Dhamma, they control the senses. And uparati means cessation of these external organs, so restrained from the pursuit of sense objects. And then in this way, they are not only they are just controlling mind and senses, they never allow the senses to move in the direction also, even in the mind also. And then titiksha, they tolerate the dualities. Shraddha in Guru and Vedas. And then samadhan means concentrating the mind on God and Guru. The six are called the Shadka Sampati. Then they work on Mumukshatva. Mumukshatva means, the firm conviction that the nature of the world is misery and intense longing for moksha, release from cycle of birth and death. For that they Shravana, they do Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, all that they read. Manana, reflection of the teachings. Nididhyasana means the stage of meditation, and Tattvam Asi and all those things they do. In this way, it's a very, very tedious process. Studying vast literatures, speculating, and analyzing, evaluating what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, what is not truth. Who am I, whom am I not? That is Jnani's path, like that. Then Jnanis are searching after God and they think they are God many a times. Jnanis end up thinking that Tattvamasi, I am the same truth. They think like that. And they have, Vyavaharika, Pratibhashika, Vyavaharika, Paramarthika, different stages of levels of realization and evolution in their path. Finally, they think, I will merge into God, and then that is the end of all my suffering, existence. So I will just become God, they think like that. But then they get promotion to the platform of a yogi. A yogi understands, I am not God, God is super soul. I am only his, I am only meditating on him in the heart. Then that is a higher platform. But yogi also is just watching God. He's not doing anything for God. He doesn't do any service. He's only admiring the form of God. He wants siddhis from God to show up in this world. They're like that. As you go higher and higher, therefore I told you, Vedas versus Bhagavatam. The Vedas talk about 4 Purusharthas. Anybody knows what are the 4 Purusharthas in Vedas? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. First you do Dharma is the Karmakanda sacrifices. For getting what? Some Artha. Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim is Artha you get. And after getting the Artha, what do? Calm. Means enjoy them. Enjoy the pleasures. When you enjoy, what you will get? No, when you enjoy, you get moksha? No. When you enjoy, what do you get? You develop vairagya. Why? Because after you enjoy, you get kicks and you get suffering. And then when the suffering comes, you don't want suffering. You develop vairagya. And then with that vairagya, what you aim at? Moksha. Correct, no? So, moksha means tyaga. And kama means bhog. So, which one is better, bhog or tyag? Actually, Shastra says both are bad. Why? For example, say anybody has a diabetes. He gives up sweet. But is he happy? All are eating sweet, you cannot eat. Are you happy? So in tyag also you are not happy. You are frustrated. Another person is eating bhog. Is he happy? Yes, he is temporarily happy. After that, he is going to get stomachache after that. Correct. So neither of these two fellows are happy. Bhog and Tyaga. So Bhagavatam is called Pancham Purushartha. Fifth Purushartha, what is it? It's called Prema Pumarto Mahan, it is said. Awakening love for the Pum, the Supreme Lord. If you do that, then you go beyond Bhoga and Tyaga. That's why I've written Vedas versus Bhagavatam. And the Vedas are like the ripe mango in the tree of Nigama Kalpataru. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam shukamukat amrita dravasam yutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. He says that, oh Rasika Bhaktas, those who know the sweetness of relationships, if you want to connect with that Supreme Lord in love and exchange love and nourish your souls only in that sweet, loving relationship and not look for any enjoyment in this world, then you come to Srimad Bhagavatam, he says. What the Srimad Bhagavatam does, once the soul's knowledge about God and loving relation is awakened, then the soul doesn't derive any delight in the petty things of this world, chiller things. The things of this world are very, very... like for example, when you were a small child, you might have been playing with a business game. How many of you played business? You know that? Currency notes, 100, 500, 1,000. Sometimes you play 4, 5 hours also, correct? No? And you keep on stacking the note. Now do you do that now? Now you got the real notes now, correct? No? Now you are going to company and making real notes and stacking. Now you are no more interested in that note, correct? No? Similarly, once you get a higher taste, spiritual taste, then the lower taste goes out to the window. You throw it. Oh, that was all games. Now I am getting real dollar notes or real currency notes I am getting. Then you gave up that childhood proclivities. Similarly, the whole world is filled with childlike living entities who are foolishly chasing after the glitter and glamour, which they think is enjoyment. But when you get the Srimad Bhagavatam, which teaches us loving relation with God, that param drishtva, then you give up these petty attractions of this world. Yeah. So, there are some analogies given in the Bhagavatam. One is the mango, I told you, ripe mango, correct? No? Another analogy is given about the Jnana Deepam, it says. Where does it come? It says, Yaswa anubhavam akila shruti saramekam adhyatma deepam atititir shatam tamondham samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam tam vyasa sunam upayami gurum munina. Adhyatma deepam, it says. It's like lighting up a lamp in a dark room. In a dark room, when you lit up the lamp, what happens? Darkness is dissipated. Bhaya goes away. Because if light is not on, in a dark room, there may be some scorpion or snake or something. You have fear. But when light is on, the fear goes away. And when light is on, you can also see everyone as they are. Imagine a boy comes running into the room for the class and the light is completely switched off. It's like Amavasya night. He will run into the room and put his leg on somebody's thigh, somebody's head. People will be screaming. But when the light is on, you can see everybody as they are. Correct, no? So therefore, Adhyatma Deepa means it helps you to see the things in right perspective in this world. This whole world belongs to Krishna. All living entities are his part and parcels. How I deal with men and women and children and environment and trees and plants and animals. How I deal with everybody. Clearly you understand. Understanding of God, acceptance of God, alignment with God, acting for the pleasure of God, everything will come. So the lamb signifies knowledge. And the mango signifies loving relationship. Correct, no? That's another analogy given. Another example is given of kulhadi. You know kulhadi? Axe. Sabretya samsara taroh kutharam. So the guru is compared to an axe with which you can cut the upside down tree. Who knows about upside down tree? You heard about it. Anybody? You heard about it. Anybody else? Yes. Material world is upside down tree and spiritual world is the original tree. So we have to cut down the upside down tree and go to the original tree. Correct, no? And for cutting it, you need a kuladi. And the kuladi is the knowledge which Guru gives to the disciples. And the knowledge is knowledge of the script, Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this way, the example of that kuladi is given. Also, the Bhagavatam is compared to a boat also. Why do you need a boat? Where do you need a boat? The ocean, correct, no? You ferry the boat, you use the boat to cross the ocean. So Bhagavatam is compared to that boat. Bhavasindu plavo drashto haricharyan varnanam. It says that, see, if you're swimming in the ocean, are you comfortable? Or if you're sitting in a boat, you're comfortable? Sitting in a boat. So therefore, you should take shelter of Bhagavata. Otherwise, you have to swim. Swimming is very risky because after some time, you may get tired also. And especially, even if a best swimmer is put in the middle of Atlantic, he doesn't know where is it ending, where is it starting. After some time of swimming, you will get tired. If you have a boat, you can go on and on and on and then reach the shores of the spiritual world. So it's compared to a boat. What is it? Dushparasyadya paragham, it says. Paragham means boat. So Guru is the boat, or the Guru gives Bhagavatam, which is the boat. Bhavasindu plava. Then it's compared to a boat. So it's compared to boat, it's compared to an axe, compared to a lamp, compared to a fruit also, a ripened fruit. And Bhagavatam is also compared to Mohini Murti also. Why Mohini Murti? When Mohini Murti, why she appeared? Because the demons stole the pot of Amrit Kalash away from whom? They took it from whom? No, they stole it away from Dhanvantri, Lord Vishnu, who came out of the milk ocean bringing that pot of nectar. One side Devatas, other side Asuras. Both were supposed to share and enjoy, correct, no? But when he brought it, what happened? The demons came and snatched it, stole it from him and ran. Can anybody steal from God? But if somebody can steal from God, that is also a Leela only. Lord purposefully performs the Leela. Oh, you guys want to snatch from me? Take it now. Let us see. And then they took it and ran and everybody was shouting, Aham Purvam, Natvam, Iti Prabhu, not you, I will drink first. And then the same Lord Vishnu assumed the form of a Mohini Murti. A beautiful woman with long flowing hair, eyes like big bumblebees, and her face was like a full moon. Her hips were like a damaru, thin in the middle. And so in this way, she wore very attractive sari and jewelry and she had a smile on her face. When she walked like a peacock, all the demons turned to her, my Lord, who is this? Where is this personality coming from? And they became charmed. And everybody wanted to enjoy her. So they asked, hey, whose daughter are you? They asked her. See, even the demons were decent enough to ask her, whose daughter are you? Nowadays, boys are catching any woman and running away without asking whose daughter are you. Correct, no? That means the Vedic life demons are better than modern day demons. Correct, no? Because they thought if we know the father, we can take his permission and then he will give Kanyadan and we can marry. Therefore, they asked, whose daughter are you? They were asking. So, when she came, all the demons went to her and said, the leader of the demons said, see, we all are fighting amongst ourselves. You take the Amrit Kalash and you divide it amongst us. Like that they said. And then she said, really? I am a loose woman walking all alone. I have no husband, no father, no brother. There's no male protector with me. And I am like a prostitute walking alone. But you guys are trusting me. If you're going to give this to me, I will do whatever I want. Is that all right? And they were so foolish. They said, he. They said, hey, all right. Jo tum karogi, hamare liye mananiya hai. We are all right. They said like that. Because they were infatuated by her. And all of them were thinking that, I have to be decent with her. Then only she will marry me. And not only that, she, with a sidelong glance, she looked at everybody. With a side, every one demon, she looked at them with her side glance. Tirchinazar. So because she threw that glance on each eye, that particular demon thought that she is attracted to me. She is going to marry only me. That kind of idea they got. And they were all waiting. Once this episode is over, I will pick her up and take her with me. I will enjoy the thinking. So she made everybody sit. And then she walked. She walked in this line of the Asuras. At that side, Devatas were sitting. They got the smell of her body. They got to see her ankle belts sound also. They got to hear that. They got to see her beauty. That's all they got. They didn't get Amrit. Amrit was served to whom? Devatas. In this way, Mohini Murti cheated them. Why? Because they were disobedient fellows. They actually tried to cheat God, so they got cheated. Dyutam chalayatamasmi, Krishna says. So Bhagavatam is also compared to Mohini Murti. Why? Unless one approaches Bhagavatam in the mood of a devotee, he will not understand. Bhagavatam will cheat us. He will get tricked to get something substandard. Even while reading Bhagavatam, you will not get. There are people who may be reciting Bhagavatam, going to directly 10th canto and talking about rasa dance. Now, sometimes a person speaks rasa dance about Krishna and gopis. He speaks in an erotic manner. Erotic means sexual manner. And then the audience also who hear it, they are also doing manoranjan. They think, after hearing Bhagavatam, I can enjoy with my girlfriend. They're thinking like that. So both the parties are cheated. They don't get anything from that. So you have to hear Bhagavatam from those who are purely practicing. Nivritta darshai rupagiyamana, which means, Nivritta darsha means they have given up all the ambitions of the material world. Their only goal is serving the lotus feet of Krishna. You can see in ISKCON society, there are people who come from very well-to-do families. There are people who are highly educated. There are people who would be drawing millions of dollars if they joined the companies. Correct, no? They have thrown away everything to the wind. And here they are brahmacharis in ISKCON. You will see they are chanting, dancing, waking up early in the morning. So those people who are willing to cast away material enjoyment only for the sake of running behind Krishna, they have the right to speak Bhagavatam. Nobody else has the right to speak Bhagavatam. Anybody who wants material enjoyment, you have no right to speak on Bhagavatam, if your goal is material enjoyment. So, therefore, Lord, the Bhagavatam is compared to Mohini Murti also, because Bhagavatam will close itself. It will not reveal to somebody who is a cheater. Then Bhagavatam will cheat them also. They won't get. But on the other hand, one who is properly qualified approach one makes, then Bhagavatam will reveal itself. Like that, many analogies are given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. One time, Brahma brought a taraju. And one side he put Bhagavatam, other side he put all the Puranas, Vedas, Upanishads, everything. And suddenly all the Devatas observed that Bhagavatam was very weighty. And all the Puranas, they all went up. And they asked Brahmaji, what is the reason? Why it is so heavy, Bhagavatam? When I asked this question, one boy said, Prabhuji, I think too many volumes, I think 18 volumes, he's saying. I said, this is only 18 volumes, other Vedas, if you take Skanda Purana, there are 85,000, slokas and things like that. They are very, very big also, other Puranas. The weight is not the consideration. The point is, Brahmaji said the message of Bhagavatam is very weighty and very deep. He said, what is it? All the Puranas can give you some material benefits within the material world. But Bhagavatam can give you the benefit of quitting the material world and going back home, back to. That's the main difference, he said. Like inside a jail, somebody is feeling cold, you can give him a blanket. Somebody is hungry, you give him food. Somebody is sick, you give him a doctor. All facilities are provided. But where is he right now? Inside the jail. So inside the material world, you want a good education, Saraswati gives you education. You want husband, wife, Parvati, Shiva, they will give you. You want good health, Surya, they will give you. But they will all provide you facility only within material world only. They don't give you any way how to get out of this material world. If you want to get out of material world, you have to go to whom? You have to go to Krishna only, but you have to read which one? Bhagavatam. That's the main thing. So Brahma said, this is why Bhagavatam is so weighty. It takes you out. In Bhagavatam itself, there is a story. There was an old woman carrying a firewood cut from the trees, and then she bound it up and carrying on her shoulder. And then when she was walking, suddenly it was too heavy for her. It just slipped and fell to the ground. So she was looking around in the forest. Is there someone who can help me? And then there was a king coming in a golden chariot. She thought, oh, somebody is coming, very good. And as soon as he came, he stopped in front of her and said, oh, lady, I think you need some help. Today is my happy birthday. I am in a mood to give. Anything anybody wants, she said. What do you want? She said, oh, you came at the right time. Very good. Please pick up this and keep it on my shoulder. Don't keep in this shoulder, keep in this shoulder, she said. Why? This shoulder is already paining. Like in India, people carry a bag here. You've seen that? Huh? People carry the bag here. You've seen that? People put the bag. After it pains, what do you do? Take it and put it on this side. After this side pains, what do you do? Again, you come back here. You have the experience of that? Correct. So, she said, put it on this shoulder, she said. So the king put it. Then king asked, okay, what can I give you? She said, nothing. Now you can carry on. And the king went away. So in the Bhagavatam, this lady is criticized or scolded. Why this lady is compared to all the living entities in this world who don't want to quit the material world, but they want to, adjust within the material world and go from one problem to another problem. The earlier problem was here, now I have problem here. Is it intelligence or foolishness? So I told this story in one class and I asked in that program, it was a donor program, well-wisher program. Almost 70% were old ladies and the other 40% were old men. They were all senior citizens. So I thought this story is good for them. So I told this story and asked, oh, old ladies, Mataji, if you were in that old lady's position, what you would have done? I asked. So one old lady was telling, I would have told the king, please give me a lift up to my hut in your chariot. Put the firewood also, take me also. Leave me in the hut. Why to walk? I can take advantage of the lift, she said. Another lady said, I will request the king, you are anyway king of the whole country. You give me an Indian gas supply, she said, so that I don't have to go to forest to cut the firewood. Another old Mataji was telling, I will ask the king for a servant maid. She will, servant maid plus Indian gas, she said. Both, I will ask. So gas supply is there, servant maid is there, she will cook. I will relax in the easy chair and eat and sleep nicely, she was telling. So I told all these ladies that you all are thinking about whom? Yourself only. You are thinking about whose comfort? Your own comfort. This is not, in Bhagavatam, this is not appreciated. The intelligent lady, what she should tell the king? My dear king, अगर आप जैसे एक पुत्र होता तो कितना अच्छा होता. In my life, I never had a son. If I had one son, Radheshyam king like you, how nice my life would have been. And then when king hears this, he will say, oh really? My mother passed away some years ago and I am feeling some vacuum in my life. So I don't have a mother and you don't have a son. We are like made for each other. Nice. You become a mother and I will come in that. That in India they give? That adoption. So I will come become your adopted son if you are ready. She said, why not? Then the king said, if you become a mother, you can't live in the forest, in a village. So he picked up the mother and put her in the chariot, took her to palace, gave her Kanchipuram silk saree, very nice necklace. He put a mukut, gave her all, just like, basmati rice and all kinds of, what is famous in Telangana here? Biryani, is it? Correct. Now, what else is very famous food? Puliyodare? Biryani? What is considered opulent here? Opulent food? Yeah? Biryani is the most opulent. Okay. And what sweet is considered opulent? Jalebi? No. Basmati? Palgova. Palgova is actually, in Kava they make this peda. Correct, no? Yeah. So all those sweets she fed her. So she was eating very nice food, wearing costly sari, living in Andhapur. Next day morning he called her to Sabha and said, this is my mother. She is the Rajmata. Declared to the whole Sabha. So this lady was wondering, what did I do? I didn't ask for opulent food. I didn't ask for opulent dress. I didn't ask for opulent apartment to live. This fellow has provided me everything. She did only one thing, what she did. She wanted the king as her son. That's it. So that's what Bhagavatam teaches. You don't ask for God anything. You just request God that I want to strike a relationship with you. You become my friend, like Arjuna had Krishna as his friend. Or you become my son, like for Yashoda he became son. Or you become my lover, like Radharani and Gopis, they got Krishna as their lover. Or you become my husband, like for all the Dwaraka queens, Krishna became husband. So they all are striking a relationship with Krishna. Bhagavatam says, focus on this. Krishna says, sambandha jodo, baki sab chodo. That is Bhagavatam's message. Because agar Bhagavan, once you have the sambandha with the Lord, then you don't have to, like even our donor cultivators who go, they never ask for money. They will go to a big donor and then say that, sir, please take this prasad. Take this invitation, come for Janmashtami. Come to temple, because they are interested in seeing the donor becoming a devotee. They don't want the donor to just give some money. Because the donor becomes a devotee, he will become a part of our community. Then he will, like one of the donors, for example, what's his name? Our one who built this temple hall and all. Huh? Lalwani ji. Lalwani, he has such feelings for Radha Madan Mohan. Huh? He says Radha Madan Mohan is like mother and father. Huh? Every day he will come to the temple in the morning and take darshan. So when he saw the temple very dilapidated, he said, I want to make this temple proper. So he spent crores of rupees and made the temple hall what you see now. The most beautiful, attractive, and all the pillars and all you see, flooring, everything. He did himself. We didn't even tell him. On his own, he said, आप मुझे छोड़ दीजिए मेरे पास मैं करना चाहता हूँ. I want to do this. So on his own, because if we make people Lord's devotees, this sambandh jod diya, then not only he did so much for the Lord, Lord also gave him a lot of blessing. Lord also blessed him with so much affection. During Corona time, we told nobody can come to the temple. He fought with us. He said, how can I'm not, he said, I'm not going to eat one morsel of food also if I don't take darshan of Radha Madan Mohan. Then for him, special entry we gave, so that he can come inside and take darshan. Because he developed a relationship with the deities. So in this way, Bhagavatam teaches us how to strike a relationship with the Lord. So in this way, Brahma said that's the speciality of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam will take you back home, back to Godhead. And in Bhagavata Mahatmyam is a literature. Where does it come? I'll tell you. In the Bhagavata Mahatmyam, it is said one time, there was one Mataji who had 2 children. And they were children only, but they became very old and emaciated, and their whole body was like about to die. The 2 children were lying on the ground, weeping. And Narada came there and asked, who are you? And why these children are like this? She told Narada that I am Bhakti Mata. And my 2 children are Jnana and Vairagya. So I have become Kshin now. Kshin means malnourished now. And my children are also starving. They are going to die, it seems. So Narada said, don't worry. I will arrange Chatush Kumaras to come and speak Bhagavatam. So he called the 4 Kumaras, his brothers, and said, please speak Bhagavatam and nourish this lady. And then Kumara said, Narada, you know Bhagavatam better than us. You only ordered Vedavyas to write the Bhagavatam. But Narada said, no, I want to hear from you all. Then Kumara started speaking Bhagavatam, and the lady heard, and she became immediately very healthy. And the 2 children also became very healthy, very hale and healthy. And then she spoke to them. She said, I was born in South India. Then I came to Gujarat. Then I came to Maharashtra, she said. From Maharashtra, now I have come to Vrindavan, she said. And now from here, she said, Videsham gachami, she says. Videsham gamyate maya. She says that in future I will go abroad. And then I will spread all over the world, she says. In the Bhagavata Mahatmya. So, whatever Bhagavatam I heard now from you, I will spread everywhere. Like that she says. So that is a quote actually, it's available. You can buy this Gorakhpur Press Bhagavatam in the Bhagavat Mahatmya in the beginning, that shloka is there. Videsham Gamitam. So I have quoted it in one place. This is the one. She told you just now. See, this is a lady with 2 children have become old man, you see. Narada. Uttarakanda. Idam sthanam parityajya videsham kamyate maya, she's saying. Leaving this place, I will go abroad. Like this she says. So this is from the Bhagavad Mahatmya. So, and that happened through whom? Bhagavatam was taken abroad by whom? Huh? Prabhupada, correct. Bhakti Devi went, but who carried the Bhakti Devi to abroad? Prabhupada carried, correct, no? And distributed Bhagavatam everywhere. So in the Bhagavad Mahatmya, there is also a pastime, long story cut short. There were two brothers, Gokarna and Dundukari. Dundukari was a terrible sinner. He was a prostitute hunter. Huh? He had 5 prostitutes who demanded him jewelry and everything. He stole the queen's jewelry and gave them. They enjoyed having jewelry and all, but they were worried that we may be caught anytime because of this man. So what they thought, we will burn this fellow alive. They created fire and they roasted him in the fire. Ayyo, he was screaming and he died pathetically because he was artificially killed. So he became a ghost. And all the ladies, prostitutes, they left the place and went away with the jewelry. So he was hanging in a tree. His brother Gokarna was a saintly child. And that he was a saintly child because one sage had given one mango for that couple to eat, and then through that he was born. So he was called Gokarna. So Gokarna was sitting and studying in the garden. And then this ghost spoke to him. Brother, save me. I am in a ghostly body. And he said, what can I do for you? He said, go around Bharat Desh. Find out how I can get Vimochan. So all the Brahmins everywhere, and Chardham Yatra he did. All of them said, if you recite Bhagavatam, this ghost will be delivered. There is no other way. That's the only way, they said. So he came back, arranged the Bhagavat Saptaha, 7-day Bhagavatam. So 1,000 people came from the village. His brother also wanted to attend, but he was a ghost. How can he hang in a tree and hear? So he arranged one bamboo pole. And the ghost entered inside the bamboo pole. It's like water, liquid, He entered inside and was sitting. First day Katha ended, like that one knot broke, fell. Second day, second knot. 7 days, 7 knots broke. And Vaikuntha airplane came. Everybody thought Gokarna is saintly child, he is going to go, they thought. But the Vishnuta said, we have come to take Dundukari, they said. People were shocked. And then they said, he was such a terrible sinner. He became a ghost. How is ghost going back to Godhead? They said, he's no more a ghost. We are awarding him Vishnuduta body. Instantly he got a Vishnuduta body. And he picked up flowers from the Vaikuntha plain and showered it on Gokarna and said, brother, you recited Bhagavatam and saved my life. I don't know how many more lifetimes I would have wanted in this world. Now hearing Bhagavatam, I got purified now. Now I'm going back to Godhead. Thank you, offered obeisances. You are my guru, he said. And then they took him back to Vaikuntha. All the people said, we also heard Bhagavatam, he heard Bhagavatam, but what is the difference? We were not taken back. He said, problem is you guys didn't attentively hear. He said, in between the class, you said, I have to go for one and you never came back. Or somebody said, I have to drink water. You went and then you were missing the class. So again, you arranged, they requested him. Second time Saptaha was arranged. All people came with their water bottles, so nobody will go in between. Second time they brought notebook, pen, they attentively heard. And then it is said in the Bhagavad Mahatmya, at the end of the second Bhagavad Katha, thousands of Vaikuntha airplanes came and took all the people back to Godhead. So that is in Bhagavad Mahatmya. So Bhagavad Mahatmya teaches about Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead, Ajamila goes back to Godhead, Prahlad went back to Godhead, Putu Narchi went back to Godhead. In this way, all are going back to Godhead. So we can also go back by studying Bhagavatam. Another 10 minutes I can go, no problem? Yeah. See, Bhagavatam and the 12 Mahajans, when Pune temple construction was going on, we asked our GBCs, should we make Dashavatara? They said in India, Dashavatara is well known in all over India, correct, no? We should make something unique, they said. And then my Guru Maharaj told that we should make Dwadasha Mahajans who are not so well known in India. Who are they? Yamaraj says this to the Yamadutas. He says, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam na vai vidu rishayo napi devaha na siddha mukhya sura manushya kuto nu vidyadarat charanadayah. Like that he says. He says, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. The truth can only be spoken by Supreme Lord Krishna. Nobody else can speak it. Even Rishis, Munis cannot speak it. Devas and Asuras cannot speak it. No ordinary human being can speak it. Only Lord alone can speak it, he says. And then he's saying after that, Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Mano Prahlado Janako Bhishmo Balirvaya Sakirvayam Dvadashayete Vijanimo Dharman Bhagavatan Bhataha Kuhyam Vishuddham Durbodham Yajñatva Amritam Ashnute. He's telling there are 12 people in this world called Mahajanas. These 12 Mahajans are not ordinary people. They not only know the knowledge, they lived this knowledge. Who are they? Swayambhu means Brahma. Narada, Shambhu. Shambhu is Shiva. Kumar, 4 Kumaras. Kapilo, Devahuti Putra Kapila. Manu, Swayambhu Manu. Prahalado, Janako, Bhishmo, Bali. Vayasaki is Shukadeva Goswami. Vayam means Yamaraj. These 12 personalities, they are soaked in Bhagavad Dharma always. Why? Because Bhagavad Dharma cannot be understood by common people. See, Prahlad Maharaja's father was put by Lord Narasimha on his lap, and he was tearing open his belly. Correct, no? And Prahlad is taking a garland like this and offering to Lord. Have you ever seen? Somebody's father is being killed, and the son is garlanding the killer. Can it ever happen? Because Prahlad saw that my father is given a surgery treatment by Lord Narasimha. It's a transcendental surgery. Because if my father is not killed by Narasimha, my father will go to hell. Whereas Lord is liberating him and giving him moksha. Liberating him. So let my father be liberated. He was an extremely cruel person. And then now he will be liberated by the touch of the Lord, divine touch of the Lord. So he understood that. Similarly, Bali Maharaj, 3 steps Lord wanted, but then he took all the 3 worlds. Correct or not? Imagine if Bali, how many of you know about Vamanadev's pastime? Vamanadev. Only few of them know, okay. Actually, Vamanadev is Krishna only, who comes to ask Bali Maharaj for 3 steps of land, correct, no? But why he asked? At the time, Bali was Asura Sreshta. He was king of the Asuras. He is grandson of Prahlad. So he had taken the kingdom of the Devatas by stealing it from them. So Lord Vamadev came to give it back to Devatas. Take it from him and give it back to Devatas. So he came like a beautiful young Brahmana boy and said, I want 3 steps of land. He said, 3 steps I can give very easily. But then with 3 steps he measured upper worlds, lower worlds. In 2 steps he finished. He said, 3rd step, where can I put? There's no place. Even Brahma was shocked. Brahma said, my dear Lord, this fellow has given you all the 3 loka. He was the 3 loka adhipati. Now he has given you all the 3 worlds now. What more do you want? Why do you test him further? Because he was bound by Varunapash. His guru Shukracharya was scolding him. Ministers were angry. Praja was weeping. It was a very, very stressful scene. But the king told the Lord, my dear Lord Krishna, whatever you do for the jivas is your love. If you punish me also, that punishment is also your love. I accept it as good for me. Now I'm giving my head to you. I surrender to you. You can put your feet on my head. So hearing that, Vamadev became very pleased. He said, Bali, I bless you that I will make you king of Sutala Loka, and I will give back all this property to you when you become Indra next time. I'll make you Indra, and I'll become your Dwarapalaka in your palace. So all this blessing he gave him. But the point is, every one of the Mahajan has had some pastime with the Lord like this. How many of you know Bhishma, why he was on Kaurava's side? Anybody knows? Why he was fighting on Kaurava's side, not on Pandava's side? Although he's a good soul. Correct, no? Yes? Mike is coming to you.
He wants to give enjoy for the Lord.
He's saying he's giving enjoyment to Lord. How can Bhishma be on this side and throw weapons and give enjoyment to Lord? Anybody can say? Anybody else? Where?
Vireras, bro.
Vireras, yeah. Anybody knows Vireras? Can raise a hand? There are only 2 hands up. You can say, yeah. Give it to him. Give the mic. Yes. Oh, yeah. Here, next to you. Here, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Babuji. Virasa is to fight with the Lord. Like the gatekeepers of the Lord thought to fight with the Lord. They came as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha.
So, how Lord gets pleasure in fighting? Generally, fighting is not considered a good thing. But why the Lord gets pleasure in fighting? It's a secondary rasa. Just like sometimes a pahlavan, a king appoints some Pahlavan as a wrestler to wrestle with him, and then all the queens are laughing and ministers are laughing. They all have a fun time. But the king gets some joy in doing stunt, correct, no? He is not an enemy of the king. Is he enemy of the king? He is appointed by the king just to give fun to the king. Similarly, Lord wanted fun of fighting, so he put Bhishma on the other side. They both got it right. Give them applause. That's called very rare. How many people in India know about it? None of us knew it, correct, no? Until we read Prabhupada's purports. Because many people think that Bhishma was eating the salt of Duryodhana, therefore he was on Duryodhana's side. People think like that. People don't know. Therefore, these Dwadasha Mahajans, 12 of them are very, very important, every one of them. So you can study about all of them in the Bhagavatam through the past times. So these 12 Mahajans can teach Bhagavata Dharma. Bhagavata Dharma is called Paro Dharma, Bhagavata Dharma, which is called the root of the tree of Vedas. It is the root. All other dharmas are sub-branch. Your service to your mother and father, Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava, or service to the nation, service to other living entities, social service, or Stri Dharma. They are all branches of this tree. And the root of this tree is Bhagavad Dharma, love of God. Because Bhagavad Dharma is not material. If you say, I am a Hindu, I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, it is material dharma. Because today you can be Hindu, tomorrow you can become converted and then become a Christian also, correct or not? So it changes. That means what changes cannot be ultimate dharma. It's a temporary material dharma. Material dharma can change. Spiritual dharma can never change. Spiritual dharma means to love and to serve the Supreme Lord. So anywhere you go in the world, all the jivas are all part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says that in the 15.7, Mamaiva Amsho Jivaloki. And 14.4, he says, Aham Bija Vardhapita. That means all are my children, they are my Amsha, he says. And so Amsha serving the Purna, that is called Bhagavata Dharma. When the Amsha is serving the Purna Bhagavan, Purna Purushottam Krishna, any part of the world you go, in everybody's body, whether you are a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, whatever, Atma is present. And that Atma is a part and parcel of Krishna. And in the Atma's heart, there is love for God, which is a small part and parcel of Radharani's love. So the Jiva is carrying little love and running here and there and rendering service for the pleasure of the Lord. That is Bhagavad Dharma. In this way, you see, Prabhupada wrote this commentary. Earlier, before Prabhupada, all these Bhagavad commentaries were in Sanskrit language by Bhavartha Deepika, by Shridhara Swami, Brihat Toshini by Sanatana Goswami, Laghu Toshini by Jiva Goswami, Krama Sandarbha also by Jiva Goswami, selected verses like that. And Sarartha Darshini by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. All commentaries are in which language? Sanskrit. So most of us would have never touched those books. We would never read it. But Prabhupada took all those commentaries of Acharyas. Early morning he got up at 12:31 and then he observed the commentaries and picked up the good points and spoke in a dictaphone, the translation purport to all those 18,000 verses. And what you see in the picture is this Bhagavatam said. Srila Prabhupada ki, if he didn't do this work, whole world would not have enjoyed the tasty Bhagavatam. Today, all the Westerners are also chanting, dancing after studying Bhagavatam. You can see that whole world is benefiting by this. All of you repeat this. Sarva Shastrabdi Piyusha Sarva Vedaika Satphala Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadhya Sarva Lokaika Drikprada Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabho Kalidvanto Didaditya Sri Krishna Parivartita Paramananda Pathaya Premavarshi Aksharayate Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Sri Krishnaya Namostume Madeka Bandho Matsangin Madguro Man Mahadhana Man Nishtaraka Madbhagya Madanando Namostute Asadu Saduta Dhayin Atinichocha taraka Hanamuncha kada chinmam Premna hrit kantayosphura. See, this is a translation of that. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O nectar churned from the ocean of all the Vedic literature, O prominent tangible fruit of the Vedas, you are enriched with the jewels of the spiritual philosophical conclusions. Oh, you who grant the spiritual vision to all the people of the world, O life breath of the Vaishnava devotees, O Lord, you are the sun which has arisen to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga. You are actually Krishna who has returned among us. O Srimad Bhagavatam, I offer respectful obeisances unto you. By reading you, one attains transcendental bliss. For your syllables rain pure love of God upon the reader. You are always to be served by everyone, for you are an incarnation of Krishna. O Srimad Bhagavatam, my only friend, O my companion, O my teacher, O my great wealth, O my deliverer, O my good fortune, O my bliss, I offer respectful obeisances unto you. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O giver of saintliness to the unsaintly people. O uplifter of the very fallen people. Please do not ever leave me. Please become manifested upon my heart and my throat, accompanied by pure love of Krishna. Like that, Sanatana Goswami in Krishna Leela Sabha, he wrote this. Very, very beautiful prayer. That means Bhagavatam is our companion. Like Krishna is in our heart, a super soul, we can't realize it. But if you carry Bhagavatam, you can realize it. Krishna is coming in the form of Bhagavatam with you. His Holiness Mahavishnu Maharaj came to Pune. After the Bhagavatam class, one brahmachari said, Maharaj, if we feel lusty, what we should do? Maharaj said, get married, he said. And brahmachari said, no, Maharaj, I don't want to marry. I want to remain brahmachari only. But I want to remove lust from my heart. Maharaj said, therefore I told you to marry, Maharaj said. And he was confused. Maharaj said, don't marry a woman, marry Bhagavatam, he said. Then he asked Maharaj, how do I marry Bhagavatam? Maharaj said, after a man marries a woman, he puts very nice silk saree, draped silk saree in her body, puts jewelry and takes her around, correct, not to show to people. Like, here is my wife. Similarly, Bhagavatam is also kept in a silken cloth. You have seen that? They keep in a silken cloth. So keep Bhagavatam very nicely in a protected manner in a silken cloth. Just as a husband carries his wife with him, you carry Bhagavatam with you. And then he said, Maharaj, even if I carry Bhagavatam, I don't get time to read. Maharaj said, why did I tell you to read? You just carry with you, he said. But Maharaj, carrying and bringing what to use, he said. You just follow the instruction, he said. So then the brahmachari started carrying Bhagavatam. One day I went to railway station to book a ticket. There were 300 people in the queue. Then slowly he opened the Bhagavatam and started reading. At 5-6 pages got over. The next time when Maharaj came, he said, Maharaj, I am following what you are saying. Every day I am carrying Bhagavatam. Now I have finished 6 cantos, he said. Maharaj said, how did you finish? Yeah, when you are carrying, wherever you get time, you open it. Otherwise, if you don't carry, will you open it? How will you open it? You don't have Bhagavatam only. How will you open it? So nowadays, BBT has printed small size Bhagavatam also. You know that? How many volumes it is? 44 volumes. Small volumes, you can just follow them. Cut, one by one, reading it like that. So in this way, Maharaj inspired us to read Bhagavatam. So, Sri Krishna Parivartita. See, Srimad Bhagavatam has all these pastimes. Varaha, Narasimha, Kurma. See, there are more than 50 subjects in Bhagavatam. Arts, architecture, austerity, all these different subjects. You can see medicine. It's like an encyclopedia of all knowledge in the entire world. And concluding with love of God. All these subjects are there. Bhagavatam itself is a literary incarnation of God. As you see in the picture, the first 2 cantos are compared to Krishna's lotus feet. Next 2 cantos are compared to Krishna's thighs, like that. 5th canto is considered to be the Nabi. And 6th and 7th are the hands of the Lord. 8th is the heart. 9th is the Kanta. And the 10th canto is the smiling face of the Lord. 11th canto is the forehead and 12th canto is the head. Like that, the Padma Purana one verse says this. So, in this way, the whole Bhagavatam, if you have 12 cantos, then you are carrying Krishna with you. Like that, Padma Purana says that. So it's a crown jewel of all the scriptures, essence of all scriptures, commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. So Prabhupada says Bhagavatam is a spotless Vedic literature, full of Krishna consciousness only. So this is coming in the Bhagavatam 1st canto 7th chapter. All of you repeat this. Anarthopamam sakshat bhakti yoga madokshaje lokasya janato vidvams chakre satvata samhitam. So all the anarthas can be driven out through the Bhakti Yoga path by those who read Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? I told you the different examples, right? It's light, it's sun, Purana Arko, Adunoditaha. It's like the shining sun. It's like a tasty mango. It's a desire tree, like that. Okay? When Krishna was leaving this world to back to Goloka, Buloka to Goloka, at that time he left Bhagavatam and went. So that Bhagavatam can give light to the world and direction to the world. So one should be non-envious and read the Bhagavatam and prepare yourself to go back to Godhead. Hear only in disciplic succession. Don't hear from anybody. I told you this point already. Huh? Yeah. This is Shukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit and all other sages. Sharanagati and shelter of devotee, step by step we should read. Huh? Taking. Okay, now, what are the benefits you will get by reading Bhagavatam? Tapatraya Unmulanam. It will uproot the threefold miseries. Correct, no? We all know the Trividha Tap, right? Durga's Trishul. Adhyatmika, Adhibhautika. So it can uproot all the three, take you back to Godhead. And also, if you hear submissively, immediately Krishna gets awakened in your heart and love for God will awaken in your heart. In this way, Bhagavatam itself says that how from Shraddha to Prem it will bring about by reading Bhagavatam regularly. It purifies the polluted aim of life for mental enjoyment. Krishna will become manifest in your heart. All these pastimes will become understandable. Krishna sits on the lotus flower of the heart of the devotee and cleanses the dust of material enjoyment propensity. Like that it is said in the Bhagavatam itself. Asse shute kshitapato ranunatha pumsam. Feeling for loving devotional service to Lord Krishna sprouts up at once, extinguishes the fire of lamentation, illusion, fearfulness. Bhagavatam. Bhakti rudpatyate pumsam. Lord Chaitanya used to go to Tota Gopinath daily to hear from Gadadhar Pandit who would read Bhagavatam. So he would go to the ocean beach to chant holy names. He would go to Tota Gopinath to hear Bhagavatam daily. So Prabhupada is saying that in modern day society there are so many problems, pinpricks. The need for that is the Bhagavatam. If people read the Bhagavatam and get awakened, their hearts will become purified. So Prabhupada says, I want that every respectable person has a full set of Bhagavatam. All of you are respectable people. You should have one set of Bhagavatam. He's saying, Anchatan Chadamrit in his home. If one want to capture Krishna, one must understand, one must undertake devotion service by studying Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki. That's another thing which I didn't show here, which I will show in the evening. About, Prabhupada says that, so today is this thing, what do you call it? Bhadra Purnima. See? We will recite this verse. It's auspicious to recite on today. Praushtapadyam Paurnamasyam Hema Simha Samanvitam Dadatiyo Bhagavatam Sayati Paramam Gatim. Yeah. If on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, this is the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne. So you need this thing, what Vaisheshika Prabhu has. Like we have this for Bhagavatam class we keep now. That kind of golden thing they have made. Probably they have made it like in market you get silver color you get, golden color you get. Keeps it. So he gives the first Bhagavatam in that he gives. He has got 3-4 of them. He gives people take it and then they'll give it back. It'll come back like this. And he gives. Because we have to keep it on golden throne and give it. Some people see the golden throne, they immediately want to come and take also. For some people want to carry the throne. He said, no, throne is not for carrying. And it's Bhagavatam we should take. So, he'll attain supreme transcendental destination, it says, today. So, if you give, it says, which means what you can do? You can give Bhagavatam to another boy and that boy can give Bhagavatam to you. Yeah, he will give. So, you will also get. Correct, no? Somebody was thinking, Prabhuji, if I give away, then how will I get? Okay, then you can do. You give to him, he gives to you. You can do that. Yeah. The Prabhupada is saying, in spite of war, Bhagavatam will be distributed. We don't care for the war. Our preaching business will go on, he says. See, this is Mahotsaha Prabhu. He distributed 5,035 books, including 55 Bhagavatam sets. There are people from non-Indian background and collected $18,000 in one day. He is the biggest distributor. He lives in America. Mahotsaha Prabhu. He's from Hyderabad. He's a Telugu boy. Yeah. He lives in America. There, he's the number one distributor in the world. So that too hand to hand. Didn't get any sponsorships. Prabhupada ki और भक्त वृंद की, so all of you